Scratchy Waggle Golf League update here. Trying to find some theme music for temporary purposes. But everybody likes Magnum PI, right? It's back on TV. I'm really enjoying getting to see it again. But needed some theme music. So I'm your host today, Kip with Scratch and Waggle. Also named Scratch. I'm by myself tonight. Golf League update. Alone is no fun. So usually there's either Waggle or Dogleg with me, but they're not here. So I wanted to get this out and see what everybody thought, and hopefully moving forward we can have a couple more hosts to make it a lot more entertaining. But so why do we start Scratch and Waggle Golf League? We wanted to play golf by the rules. So we asked a group of guys if they were interested. We got a handful of people that said, "Yep, I'm in. I want to do that. I want to see what I can shoot, what I can hold up to when I play by the rules." So if you've never done that, it's pretty frightening. It can be completely unnerving, and you can be what you consider to be like I can shoot in the mid 80s, and then you come out and play by the rules, and next thing you know, you shot 107. Not pointing fingers at Wayne at all there. Just made those numbers up by chance. So if you're interested in playing by the rules, come check us out. We're here in Mobile, Alabama. Would love to see you and have you join our golf league. But so just some basics of why we're playing. Again, we wanted to play competitive golf. We wanted to play for a little something. So there is a little cash involved, not a lot, but enough to make it fun. So the format is stroke play. Each individual plays his own ball, goes out, shoots a score, comes in, and we subtract his handicap off of that to come up with a net score and see who wins on the low gross. I mean the low net. Sorry, I keep getting those flip-flopped. And then we're here in Mobile, Alabama. We play local golf courses. We've got some fine championship golf courses here in this area that we play. So what's kind of some of the background? So dues and payouts. We do have some fees and dues, if you will. We play a 6-month season from March to August. We want to collect $10 per member per event. So that came out to $60. Easy math. And we would really like everybody to pay that when they start so that we can have a consistent payout. Because if you have some guys that are super interested and they just pay the $10, then you might get into July and August and have to kill some of the payout money because people didn't pay their full due joining up. So we've kind of let that slide over last year. We're trying to tighten down on it this year. But if anybody has any questions of why we ask for that fee or that dues money, there you go. So we want to make sure that the guys that are playing in March or the guys that are coming in for that last event aren't playing for just first place money. Being able to provide that throughout the whole season is a good thing. And then of course, as the membership increases, we're right at 20. If we can get closer to 30, then we might add a fourth place payout. We might increase first place, might increase all the places to provide some more fun for the guys. So anywho, just a breakdown of how we get the money and where we distribute it. We do our best, and I think we were very successful last year redistributing all that money back to the guys in the golf league. A lot of questions come up about the handicap formula. It's complicated, but you can certainly find it on usga.org. If you have a registered gross handicap index, we will take it and use it. If you don't, we'll do our best to create you one based on the formulas that are provided. What we do is if guys, and a lot of people don't have a registered handicap, what we do is we ask them to go out, play it down, play by the rules, put everything out, and bring us those scores before you join if you can. If you can't, we'll take your last couple scores because what we add into our handicap formula is a plus or minus 5. So that simply means you can't go under 67 on your net, or you can't go over 77 on your net. So again, plus or minus 5. We've got that in a spreadsheet. We calculate that at the events if necessary. So again, just a level of trying to keep it fair up until you've got an established handicap with us. What we do is we use differentials based on the course slope and rating, and then we take the lowest 4 of the 5 differentials provided or used in the golf league, average that out, divide it by 4 to get your differential for the next event. If you really want to see that typed out or redone, I'll do a whole another update podcast on that formula. But it's not as complicated as it sounds, but it does take some time. So just understand that we have those stats if you're interested in those, and can show you how we do that. But just understand that we're taking the differentials of your last 5 events. We drop the highest differential, so we're just using the lowest 4 of your last 5 scores. So that's a continually moving target, if you will. As you play another event, your 6th score drops off. We're using the best 4 out of 5. Hope you got that. So how do we determine a winner in our golf league? To win the cash, you got to shoot the lowest net score. It's real easy. You go out, you play, you come in, you turn in your gross score, we subtract your handicap from it, and boom, see where you land, see where you fall. To win rights to wear the red shirt, so let me explain that for a second. So the guy that usually shoots the lowest score gross usually doesn't win anything. It's kind of a rare situation unless that guy has a really good round. It's very rare that they win. They can come in second and third quite often, but winning an event, being the low handicap guy, sometimes is difficult. So we had a member that thought, hey, let's show them some respect and some pride. So using Tiger's red shirt, if you will, that became the red shirt. So if you shoot low gross at an event, then the next event you can don the red shirt out of respect for your low gross and winning $0. So 2 ways to win, really. So you can win the cash by going low on net, and you can win the right to wear the red shirt the next month if you go low on gross. So where do we play? Where do you play in Scratch and Waggle Golf League? We play Robert Trent Jones here in Mobile, Alabama. Magnolia Grove is the venue. They have 3 courses, 2 championship, 1 short. Falls in the Crossings of the championship courses. The Crossings has held professional events, web.com, Nike Tour, going way back, and then the LPGA Tour of Champions, championship tour. Their top 30 players came for a number of years and played an event here. Real exciting. Azalea City is our local municipal course. However, it held a PGA event back in the 60s for a couple of years. And Arnold Palmer, maybe it was just the one. Anyway, Arnold Palmer won that event at least once. He was famous for that. Mobile put him on the map. We'll just say it like that. Heron Lakes is a local public course that we like to play. And then Peninsula, we've just added that venue for our final event of the 2020 season. We're going to play that as a major. What we simply mean by that is the money's going to be more. So there's going to be a little bit more pressure to win on the guys. So we just thought it'd be fun to kind of act like the PGA in that realm of adding a major to our season. So just a recap. Some of our members have not even seen this because up to this point we've only been announcing the top 3 who places in each event. So some of our members are seeing these scoreboards, full scoreboards, for the first time. So March scoreboard at the Falls, you can see how that panned out. And if you're interested in the league, then you can look at these scoreboards. You know, what's that to me? Well, if you're interested in the golf league, you can look to see what guys shot and where they fell in the league. And you can see the Falls, we had a high handicapper shoot right at his handicap, and he won the event. Then the next month, we were at the local public course, Heron Lakes, and you can see basically the opposite happen. So you had 3 guys that came in and shot really low scores and ended up taking the money in that event. So it's across the board. There is some consistency in shooting close to your handicap. You will typically finish in the top. Again, right now we're just paying 3 places. So again, for the guys in the league, they're looking at this, and at least if nothing else, they can say, well, I finished ahead of you. Maybe not the money, but they can. I'm sure there's going to be some bragging rights found in those two scoreboards at some point by the guys in our golf league. The last event we played was at the Crossings, the Robert Trent Jones course. We were back out there for May, and this is how it shook out. We had a handicapper, 21.8 handicapper, shoot his record round out there at Magnolia Grove. And it's not an easy track out there. I'll just say it like that. I do think the course set up well for Tim that day. A lot of fairways, a lot of greens, around the green at least, and he fared very well that day. And then you can see how the rest of it kind of panned out. What I want to point out on this scoreboard, leaderboard, is you'll notice that the 10 out of the 15 golfers were right around that par mark after handicap. So we feel like we've got a pretty fair shakeout of how we're running the league and how things are working out. And again, please understand that these scores, these gross scores that you're seeing, there's no gimmies, there's no mulligans, there's no redo, there's no kicking it out of the fairway, there's no moving it off a root, there's no moving it from behind a tree. This is counting every shot. You've got three guys not necessarily watching everything you do, but they're going to hold you accountable to your score when you get done. So again, it shakes out. If you've never done it, the first time you play this, you're terrified. I don't think anybody's going to tell you any different. But what comes with that is a little pride, knowing that that's the score you post is the score you shot. Nobody can tell you any different. So then when you go play with your buddies and they give you a mulligan, it turns out pretty well for you. But anywho, said too much there. But that's our May leaderboard that a lot of guys may not have seen. Full leaderboard. Again, we just announced the top 3 up to this point at our events. This is just, again, for guys that might be interested in our golf league, showing kind of where the scores fall, what guys kind of average throughout the golf league. And what I wanted to show anybody watching this was it doesn't matter what you shoot. You can win an event no matter where you shoot, what your score is. Turn in a fair handicap. We'll calculate it. You come out, play, have a good time, play by the rules. You will not find anybody that's not having a good time playing by the rules, except maybe Brian. I'm going to call you out. At the last event, when we finished, he was back on the range with 3 buckets of golf balls headed to the range, trying to figure out what happened. So Brian will be back. We know he will. He's going to bounce back. And then current handicap. Again, we use USGA, a couple other formulas involved. If you seriously want to see that, just shoot me an email at scratchandwaggle.com or scratchandwaggle at gmail.com. I'll get it out. This is just our current handicap, how it's going to shake down to our next event in Azalea City. Again, just wanting to show anybody interested in playing with us that it doesn't matter what you shoot. Come in, we subtract that handicap to get a net score. So anybody can win in any event. For the guys that are playing in the league currently, this is the first time they're seeing their handicap ahead of time. So the middle group there, I would call the middle group from about 7 to 12, they're probably pretty excited because I think their handicaps have gone up recently. So they're looking at that, licking their chops. So if I had to make a prediction right now, and this is going completely off script, if I had to make a prediction of who might win the June event, I would look at maybe number 8. And possibly, well, based on his last experience at Azalea City, I don't think Wayne's got a chance. And then I'm gonna put Tim Marshall back up on there at that 20 handicap. He might play well, but again, and James Orr shot his record round 95 at the Crossings last month. Came in 3rd place. So super happy for him. First time he broke 100 ever. And so he got some little cash out of that and some recognition for coming in 3rd. So we're very proud of James. He's a beginner golfer coming into the league, playing by the rules. Nothing better than that. Money list just for fun. So who's got bragging rights right now? Well, there's a tie. There's like 4 people with $60 in their pocket. from their winnings. We'll keep this running and see how it shakes out to come up with a kind of a money leader at the end of the season. No big deal there, just again for fun entertainment value. So again, just to recap the 2020 winners for low net, you'll see the first event was right at par, and then the next two, we didn't think anybody was going to beat 64.3 on net. Lo and behold, Tim come in the very next month, beats it by a stroke. So that's not a typical scenario on low net for the golf league. But it did happen. Nothing you can say about it other than these guys played well. Had a good day. Very happy for all these guys that have won. And then here's the list for the red shirt low gross. These numbers are not exciting. They're not super low. But at the same time, I just want to repeat, these are by the rule scores, with the exception of April. I think we played Live Clean in Place in April. But we've got some guys coming in the league now that are probably going to challenge this. So I don't know if there's going to be a 4 in a row on that list, but we'll see. But anyway, a lot of fun to do this, a lot of fun to keep up with it. If you're interested in playing with us, we're on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, under Scratching Waggle Golf or Scratching Waggle Golf Podcast. You're going to find this on YouTube, along with our second season of our podcast is on YouTube as well. Simply search for Scratching Waggle Golf Podcast. But anywho, just giving our guys an update of how they've fared this year. We're going to probably try to keep this going. Hopefully next time I'll have either Dogleg or Waggle with me, so that'll be a little bit more entertaining. But for all that said, hope you guys have enjoyed this little golf league update. I hope I spelled everything correctly. If you see any misspellings, keep it to yourself. All right, guys, we'll see y'all next month.